Hello and good afternoon, sir. We're Group 2 here to present our case analysis for Chapter 11, case number 6-4, entitled New Frontier. Our agenda for today is to present the facts of the case, its issues, constraints, data inputs, and our collective results. The case follows company president Rob Richman and his company, Ameribank. Recently, the bank has been facing significant economic challenges, net income declines, and is also losing customers to non-bank and foreign bank competitors, since they better capture the market by offering less expensive, more efficient, and more convenient services. With that, Rob strategizes a plan to address these challenges by proposing the company to shift its focus on transaction services, something that can differentiate Ameribank from other companies and maintain competitiveness. Rob believes that electronic banking can provide a more convenient transaction method as it allows customers to perform transactions from their computers at home or work, leveraging the use of the internet. Doing this strategically is very important as it requires knowledge of customer needs, wants, and the necessary features a web bank needs to operate smoothly. If Ameribank offers web banking options, it will attract more customers and ultimately generate more sales. The case continues as Rob decides to branch out his ideas and needed knowledge to companies that specialize in creating and conducting surveys. This is mainly because Ameribank is a company that does not have the capabilities to conduct said surveys. Rob put his ideas up for bidding, and the company offering the lowest cost will be the one offered a contract. He provided each company with a list of survey requirements to ensure that Ameribank received the needed information for planning the web banking project.
Now let us move on to the issues. Ameribank, which provides transaction, savings, investment, and loan services, has been experiencing a steady decline in its net income over the past year, and trends show that the decline will continue. The bank is simply losing customers over non-bank and foreign bank competitors. Before Rob undertakes the project to make web banking possible for Ameribank, he needs to understand the market for web banking and the services Ameribank should provide over the internet. Therefore, Rob has concluded that a major survey project should be undertaken to learn what the customers want. He has opened the project up for bidding to several survey companies and will award the project to the company that is willing to perform the survey for the least cost.
Simulating a linear programming model which was run through Excel Solver. Ameribank sought bidders who could provide the least cost for conducting their surveys. Thus, the objective cell within Solver was set to minimize the total cost. This total cost was calculated using the sum product function, which combined the cost and the number of respondents from each region and age group. Moreover, the variable cells that Solver adjusted were the number of respondents per age group and region to find the least cost by varying these amounts. The solution was subject to four constraints. First, the actual number of respondents had to be greater than or equal to the target respondents for each region. Ameribank required that at least 15%, 35%, and 20% of the 2,000 customers to be interviewed come from Silicon Valley, big cities, and small towns, respectively. Second, the total respondents for each age group had to meet the target numbers, at least 20% from the 18 to 25 age group, 27.5% from the 26 to 40 age group, 15% from the 41 to 50 age group, and 15% from the 51 and over age group. Third, the total actual respondents must be equal to 2,000. Lastly, the decision variables must be non negative. Through this model, Rob, the owner of sophisticated surveys, determined the optimal number of respondents for each age group and region to minimize cost while adhering to Ameribank's constraints. The solution indicated that the firm would incur a total cost of 11,200 by interviewing 600 respondents ages 18 to 25 from Silicon Valley, 250 respondents from the same age group in small towns, 550 respondents aged 26 to 40 from big cities, 150 respondents aged 41 to 50 from both big cities and small towns, and 300 respondents aged 51 and over from Silicon Valley.
So let us move on to the sub-item letter B. The question goes, if the profit margin for a sophisticated survey is 15% of cost, what bid will it submit? So in solving the problem, the linear programming model to minimize cost must first be completed, followed by the total cost be multiplied to the profit margin in order to get the bid, or bid equals cost plus profit. Since the profit margin is 15% of the cost, we can express the profit as profit equals 0.015 times cost.
In sub-item C, due to Rob's dissatisfaction from the lack of representation in the respondents, the problem required an added constraint where each age group from each region must have at least 50 respondents. This then changed the number of respondents in each age group and distributed it to the regions as well. The total cost increased from 11,200.50 to 11,387.50, which means the 15% changed as well from 1,680 to 1,708.13. Given this, the new bid then becomes 11,387 plus 1,708.13, which equals to 13,095.63 from previously being 12,880.
Sub-question D sees evident changes in bidding values and total costs since two extra constraints were added to the solver formula. The question reads, no more than 600 individuals can be surveyed from the 18 to 25-year-old population, and no more than 650 individuals can be surveyed from the Silicon Valley population. What is the new bid? This means that the value from column C, which reads the total from age groups 18 to 25, will be constrained to less than or equal to 600. In turn, row 14, which gives the total respondents in Silicon Valley, will also be constrained to less than or equal to 650. The target values for the rest of the age groups and regions stay the same.
Following the carried over constraints from sub-items A to E, Rob imposed stricter demographic requirements to ensure desired sampling. Given these new requirements, there would be an increase of 1,275 US dollars in total cost, from the original 11,200 USD to 12,475. In the end, sophisticated surveys would bid 14,346.25 USD, allotting for their 15% profit margin.